welcome to the Waffle Flower channel. This is Nicole and it's in the details, and today I'm sharing a repeating background with greetings card, and this is a really easy way to create a fun custom background by repeating your greetings. I've got a piece of 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch white cardstock. This is smooth white cardstock, and I'm simply taking the "You Are Pawsome Together" greeting from the Pawsome Stamp Set, and I am repeating the greeting just at different, they're not all going to be stacked one on top of another, but each are going to be, it's going to go from all the colors of the rainbow, starting with Tickled Pink, Safe Choice, My Pleasure, Oh Happy Day, You Said What. So that's my pinks, my red, my orange, my yellow. We're going to go to the green, the Chirp Chirp, cleaning my stamp in between each color change. New Fish in Pond is the great aqua color, so it's rainbow order. You could do it in any colors you wanted to. I tend to gravitate towards rainbow. I love how it looks. It's bright and fun. Here's Daydreaming. And finally, we'll finish with Happy Go Lucky, which is the purple color. So really getting the most out of all of these fantastic waffle flower ink colors. I think they look incredible all together like this. I've got 2 of the little dogs from Pawsome here, and they're going to look great up next to each other. So before I stamp those and the rest of the accessory images, I'm going to take a patched layers die, tape this over that, and die cut it so that I've got this great decorative border. This is a fairly simple design card, so dressing it up with a decorative border is going to make it look really fantastic. Using the Misty, I'm going to stamp the dogs and some of these little heart images, plus the little bow tie to put around one of the dog's neck. Using some black ink for Copic coloring. I'm going to need to repeat the hearts that I'm using, plus I'm going to use the little woof as well. It's one of the little oval shapes. I added it later. After I got some of these done, I really felt like I needed more. Now what I wanted to do first was I thought I would try to ink up the little hearts. It's the little heart image that has 2 hearts, has an open heart and then a little solid heart. And I thought I could maybe ink up the solid heart with a solid color of ink and then ink up the outline with a black ink. And you can do that, but I just didn't like the result. I think that the black solid heart is going to be a lot showier against the colorful background than a colorful heart could be, because there's also a solid heart image you could choose to use as well. So I played around with that a little bit, and I just wanted to show that's an option, especially if you were going to do a repeating greeting maybe in shades of blacks or grays. A colorful heart is going to really show up against those. Against a colorful greeting background, it's not going to show up as well. Stamping multiples of these heart designs like I just was talking about, plus I will add in the little woof and a few more pieces here and there, and then I'm simply going to start coloring these in with Copic markers. The colors I'm using are shown across the bottom of the screen. The dogs are both going to be colored in this color combination of E40, 43, 44, and 47. I'm going to do a little dot detail with my darker markers once I get the shading exactly the way I want it. Darken up with my 2 darker colors, which are E47 and 44. Nice neutrals against a bold, bright rainbow background tend to work really nicely, so they'll really stand out. If you didn't want to stamp these separately, you could also just stamp these at the bottom of this panel. I wanted to pop mine up with some foam adhesive to really make them kind of a little dimensional and really show off that portion of the design. So I chose to stamp them separately and then die cut them with the coordinating Pawsome dies. So here's that little dot detail I was talking about. It's just going to add some nice texture to the animals. And then rainbow Copic markers. I'm using YR04 and 09 for the orange, Y11 and 08 for the yellow, YG21 and 25 for green, R24 and 29 for anything that's going to be red, B21 and 24 for the more royal blue color, V01 and 06 for my violet purple, BG11 and 13 for the aqua colors, and then finally for pink, RV52 and 55. And I'll go ahead and color several images in these color families because I want lots of hearts to decorate over the top of the stamped colorful greeting background. Just coloring in the second dog, same as the first. The only difference with this one is I will stamp the little bow tie. I left that out of the video, but I did stamp the bow tie for this dog. And I colored it with RV52 and 55 for a little pink ribbon around her neck. You could also choose maybe to color this dog in a different color combination if you wanted to. I thought since they look like the same breed of dog, I just went ahead and colored them similarly. I will die cut all of the images with the coordinating Pawsome dies, and I'll have to repeat all of those little heart images over and over. I'm using Post-it tape, and I'll use the same pieces of Post-it tape over and over to get the most use out of them. Take a black glaze pen and add detail to the eyes and noses of the dogs. Here's kind of what it's going to look like. And then I'll simply start popping out all of the hearts, die cut all the rest of them, and I'm going to kind of layer the hearts over the colorful rainbow background in rainbow order as well. So going from pink to reds to orange, yellow, green, blues, and purple. All of the little accents are going to follow kind of the same color pattern as the greeting background. I like to lay it all out first before I commit to adhering anything. That also gives you a super good idea if you're going to need any additional images, which this is the point where I decided I did need a few additional ones than what I had originally stamped. Some nice foam adhesive on the back of the dogs. Make sure and get those centered. And the little purple hearts are going to be right in between them down near the bottom. It's okay to cover up parts of the greeting. For this card, even though the greeting, you want to be able to see the greeting, it's more a background element than the greeting, if that makes sense. And when we get to the end of the card project, I am going to stamp this greeting again on the inside of the card, so you're not really losing anything. This is more of a background than the greeting that you want to be able to read. I went ahead and layered all of those little die cut pieces all over the top and to the sides of it. And then I'm going to layer some or put some glossy accents over the tops of all of these to really make them stand out. It makes them nice and shiny, a little bit of dimension, and dresses up all of those images nicely. Originally, I did the colored hearts and the colored ovals, but I did go back and add some white little highlight detail to all the black hearts, and I'm going to go ahead and go over all of those with glossy accents as well. That way everything is covered, everything is a focal point and is nice and shiny. On the inside of the card, I am going to stamp the UR with black ink. Pawsome will be stamped with the My Pleasure red ink. And then Together is going to be stamped underneath this with black ink. This brings the design and feel from the front of the card to the inside. And then to finish this off, The solid heart image that I was talking about at the beginning of this video from the Pawsome Stamp Set, I'm going to take it and stamp it repeatedly in all of the rainbow colors, all of these waffle flower dye inks on the inside to really just kind of finish off the design of the card and add a nice colorful element. Go ahead and grab a couple more of these. Make sure and clean that image or this stamp really good between changing colors so that you don't cross-contaminate anything. I hope this has inspired you to try using your greeting stamps to create a repeating pattern background. Thanks for joining me today for this card. Be sure to check out the Waffle Flower blog for more details. For more product information, please visit waffleflower.com. Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook for more creative ideas.